New York's former Republican Governor George Pataki has joined police union officials in slamming the mayor, Bill de Blasio, accusing him of putting officers' lives at risk by supporting recent protests. The former governor is joining us now live. Governor Pataki, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Wolf.
Do you remember a time when things were this bad in New York City?
Yes, I do, but it hasn't been in over 40 years. But in fact, the last time that police were assassinated was over 40 years ago, and at that point there had been for some time this racial divide in the city, this divide between the police and particularly African American communities. But we haven't seen anything like it in generations, literally. And I don't think this happens in a vacuum. I think it happened because over the last few years there's been a concerted effort to demonize the New York Police Department, the best police department in America, the best trained police department anywhere, and one that had made enormous strides to making this city the safest large city in America at tremendous risk to themselves. So we should be applauding this great police department, and they should not have been demonizing it the way it happened over the last 2 years.
We're showing our viewers live pictures from this demonstration on Fifth Avenue, Governor. You created quite a stir with a tweet you did the other day, and I'll put it up on the screen. You wrote, "Sickened by these barbaric acts, which sadly are a predictable outcome of divisive anti-cop rhetoric of Eric Holder and Mayor de Blasio, hashtag NYPD." This was right after the killing of those two police officers. Do you stand by that statement?
Absolutely, Wolf. I'm not going to apologize for having the police's back. I've been to too many police funerals. I saw their courage running into the buildings on September 11th. And as I said, this didn't happen in a vacuum. Before the Eric Garner decision, there had been a tremendous effort to demonize this police department as a racist department. It started a couple of years ago, and it continued particularly through the Democratic primary in 2013, when every candidate was trying to get Reverend Al Sharpton on their side. And every one of them came out against policing tactics that had made this city safe. And in particular, they went after Commissioner Ray Kelly, who was one of the finest police commissioners this city ever had. And ironically, it's Mayor Bloomberg and Commissioner Kelly that turned New York City's police department into a department that is majority minority. And yet, despite that, and despite the tremendous success and tremendous goodwill in the community, for political reasons, they were demonized over the last couple of years in this climate of divisiveness, this climate that the police you can't trust, as opposed to they're there to protect us, is what I believe had created this climate where this horrible, horrible attack occurred.